Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Mathematics with Shahab Yaqub. So now case 2 of trig functions and the corresponding sketches. So this is the subtopic case 2c, finding unknown constants. So there are all these questions from our topical book that is listed over here. That will be available separately, but on YouTube I'll be doing these two questions. So let me move to question number 33. That's the numbering of the topical book. That is the question. These are the answers. Now let's see where exactly does this question belong to. So now this question belongs to Pure Maths P1, naturally, May-June 2007, variant 1. Till 2010, there used to be, before 2010, there used to be only one variant. Those were the simple days. So now it says the function f is defined by fx such and such. It lies between 0 and pi. It is given that f of 0 is -1, f of pi by 2 is 7. First part, find the values of a and b. And then I'll be using the answers in part 2 and part 3. So let me start with part 1. So in part 1, fx is a plus b cosine of 2x. And even before that, something very important, that make sure your calculator is in the radian mode, or you remember those exact values yourself by using radians. So you should be well versed in degrees and radians. But right now, since we are talking about radians, so we should be thinking in the radian mode. Now the very first thing, f of 0 is -1. F of 0 is -1. Now first of all, remember there is cos 2x over here. So cosine of 2 into 0 is technically cosine of 0, and cosine of 0 is 1. Let me also write down the next value, f of pi by 2. F of pi by 2 equals to 7. So over here, cosine of 2 times pi by 2. That is cosine of pi. And cosine of pi is -1. So I have done the calculation first. Now let me get started. F of 0 is a plus b cosine 2 times 0. Cosine of 2 times 0 is cosine of 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. And f of 0 is -1. So a plus b equals to -1. That is equation number 1. Similarly, the other thing is f of pi by 2, that is 7. F of pi by 2 is a plus b times cosine of 2 times pi by 2, which is cosine of pi. That is this thing in blue color. So now over here, this thing is -1. And the value of f of pi by 2 is 7. So 7 is equals to a minus b. That is equation number 2. Now we have to solve simultaneously to find the value of a and the value of b. So very simple equation. A plus b is equals to -1. A minus b equals to 7. That is equation 1. That is equation 2. All you have to do is to simply add it up. When we add it up, the b's cancels out. So 2a equals to 7 minus 1, which is +6. Therefore, a comes out to be 3. And a plus b is equals to -1. 3 plus b equals to -1. b comes out to be -4. So the final answer is a is 3 and b is -4. Let's double check and let me add few pages over here because I'll be needing extra space. So first check the answer. A comes out to be 3, b comes out to be -4. That's all good. And let me copy this thing. No, not this thing from here. So a is 3, b is -4. Let me write it over here. And let me paste it over here. So therefore a is 3, b is -4. In other words, your fx is 3 plus minus 4 cosine 2x, which can be more conveniently written as -4 cosine 2x plus 3. And this function is between 0 and pi. So now the first thing is done. Let me now move to part 3. So now I'm interested in part 3 first. So part 1, that is all done and dusted. Part 3. It says sketch the graph of y is equals to fx. That means I should draw this graph. Now first of all, right focus on this. Cosine 2x. Cosine kx, that means k cycles in 360 degrees. So cosine 2x means 2 cycles in 360 degrees. 360 degrees is 2 pi, but in pi radians, in 180 degrees, how many cycles should be there? 1 cycle. So this conceptual math need to be done first. Then there is a negative sign, then there is a 4. So this is cosine. So first of all, if I draw cosine, that would be like this. 1 cycle in 180. But because of the negative sign, what will happen? This is all the rough work that I'm doing. So it's going to go like this. And because of this 4, the maximum value will be 4. The minimum value will be negative 4. So let me get started from this particular point. So I'm drawing the grid. And I'm drawing the x-axis like this. And let me draw it upside down in green color. So let me choose this green color. And first of all, it's going like this. And then that is 4. So let me just make it realistic. This makes it looks better like this. And then let me go like this. Okay. So this is negative 4. So this is negative 4. This is positive 4. All good. That means this thing is 2 units. This thing is 2 units. A little bit more realistic. So this is negative 4, negative 2. There is 0 over here. These are the 5 major points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 cycle in pi radians. And now what exactly am I going to do? So now this thing is in green color. So this green one, let me label it. First of all, this green one, this is y is equals to minus 4 cosine 2x. And now the purple one, that should be the whole thing. That is y is equals to minus cosine 2x plus 3. Is it plus 3? Yes, it's plus 3 over here. So now we have to shift it 3 units up. So first of all, let me copy this, which of course you cannot do in the exam. You don't have the liberty of that till now. And let me change the color to purple. All good. Let me copy this thing. No, not the color. Copy. Let me change the color over here. No, not this thing. I'm focusing on this one. My bad. Okay, I think it's copied now. That's good. Change the color. And last but not the least, copy, paste, change color. All good. Now I have to shift it 3 units up. So be very, very careful. The 0 will move over here. This 4 will move to over here. This 0 will move over here. So this is basically 3. This is 6. This is 8. But we are moving till 7. So focus on 7. Focus on 3. So now let me grab this thing and paste it like this. I think that is good enough. Let me grab this thing. Minus 4 will become negative 1, and that's how the dots are connected. Okay. And let me grab this thing and like this. So now this is negative 1. This is 7. If someone asks me the range, I'll write fx lies between, the maximum value is 7. The minimum value is negative 1. And you can also double check. You can double check is this. Minus 4 plus 3, that is negative 1. Positive 4 plus 3, that is 7. So that is the range. Are they asking us the range? No, they're only asking us the sketch. Sometimes they do ask for the range. So now this thing is also done. Now let's move over here and let's focus on the second part. So now we know the value of a and b, and this equation is negative 4 cosine 2x plus 3. So fx is negative 4 cosine 2x plus 3, and now they're asking where it intersects the x-axis. So intersects x-axis. Can we look it from the graph? I don't think so. So because this is not a scale diagram, you cannot look it from the graph. Yes, you can have a good realistic sense where exactly is it going. This is pi by 2, this was pi by 4, this was 3 pi by 4, this is pi, this is 0, and so on. That means one value would be lesser than pi by 4, the other value would be greater than 3 pi by 4, and you will see some symmetry over here. So technically it's about a trig equation. Negative 4 cosine 2x plus 3 equals to 0. And I think the answer will be in decimals, so let's double check. Yes, it's in decimals. So I'll be needing a calculator also. So therefore, negative 4 cosine 2x is negative 3. Cosine 2x is equals to positive 0.75 or positive 3. So now the next step is using a calculator, but before that, show all the necessary steps. Cosine is positive. That means we are talking about the first and the fourth quadrant. Next thing, that is modification of range. X lies between 0 and pi, but because there is 2x over here, therefore 2x lies between 0 and 2 pi. So this is one complete revolution that we are talking about. Next step, that is calculation of basic angle. Cosine of alpha is 0.75. Therefore, alpha is 0.7227, correct to 4 significant figures. I have already done the calculation over here. And then working towards the final answer, 2x equals to, in the first quadrant, it's 0.7227. And in the fourth quadrant, this is 2 pi minus 0.7227. Make x the subject, that is 0.7227 divided by 2. 2 pi minus 0.7227 divided by 2. First write the answer in 4 significant figures. Final answer in 3 SF. So now I'm grabbing my calculator, and this is 0.7227 divided by 2. That comes out to be 36135. 36135, and that should become 0.361. The next one, that is 2 pi 3.142 into 2 minus 0.7227 after subtraction, divide by 2, 2.78065, which can be written as 2.78. So these are the two answers. No harm in double checking. 0.361, that is also 3SF. 2.78, that is also 3SF. And 0.361 and 2.78, I think they missed out the 1. 0.361 and 2.78, so that is the answer, unless there is a different level of accuracy, which is not the case. So therefore, when we are talking about radians, so when we are talking about angle in radians, the rule is work in at least minimum 4 significant figures, and it's good enough so that the final answer is given correct to 3SF. So yes, this was a question, and from which particular year? This was May-June 2007, question number 1, a variant 1, question number 8. Stay tuned for more content on Mathematics with Shahab Yaqub.